So since this might be the last day of the trial, probably not. I decided let's go with the school uniforms. Although for some reason, I guess you need to unlock Apollo's school uniform. So yeah, we're just going with the regular old. We are stuck in with schoolgirl. Let's see. Actually, gender equality. I'm sure they'll give a recap. Were you able to sleep last night? Huh? Oh, sleep. Sure, I slept. For a grand total of 0 hours. Hi, Clavier. Guten Morgen, you two. You look like you're ready to put on a real show. Do they really fucking say... Do Germans really fucking say that instead of good morning? I know it's like it was in a SpongeBob episode where they speak in German. Pseudo-German. But before you do, I have a good luck gift for you. The voice print analysis came back and the results couldn't be more clear. The voice in the mock trial video and the tape recording are one and the same. In other words, the recordings of fabrication. Ah, yes, now I remember. It is fake, which means the lab is continuing their study of the tape. So far, they found signs of overdubbing. Oh my god, the killer is 4 kids, but it's going to take a bit longer to recover the audio that was erased. Luffy, it's good to see you, buddy. Save it! Luffy! Who's there? Wait. Did you see who it was? No. I got a quick look, but they got away. I swear to God, if they stole the fucking evidence, I think it might have been Hugh. I bet it was eavesdropping. I wonder if he saw her hand. Oh, I'm sure he wasn't the only one just now. I bet Robin and Buck's girl were listening in too. I will make sure they don't make a run for it. That is my final gift to you. Okay, all that's left now is to reach out to the truth. Time for a mini Cores of Steel workout. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine! Your turn. I'm Athena Sykes, and I'm fine! October 26th, baby! It's almost Christmas, means it wasn't Christmas. It's true. It does mean that. Court will now be convened for the trial of Juniper Woods. The Sykes Brigade is totally psyched. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready as well. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Blackwell? Yes, well, moving right along. Yesterday's adjournment was unexpected, yet necessary. But I'll be running a tight ship here today, so no funny business from anybody. Understood? Your baldness, Robin Newman, and Hugh O'Connor have recanted their confessions. But later I shall grill them at leisure to find whether I can charge them with perjury. Well, this sure complicates matters. Still, one must not overlook the facts. Now, about the school camera photo that was submitted yesterday. A pity, but that evidence is no longer relevant to this case. The archroom clock runs fast. It cannot function as an accurate measure of time. As for the bungling detective who overlooked that, he is paying for his failure as we speak. Poor Detective Fulbright. I hope he returns to work with all his body parts intact. Salary cutting noises. But if that's the case, then what will we? The accused is the sole person who could have moved the body from art room to stage, and I mean to prove it here this day. It's just like Detective Fulbright said. But what else does he have up his sleeve? My understanding of this heinous crime is thus. The murder took place near the center of the art room, as evidenced by the bloodstain. Blood was also found on some pottery next to the window over the maintenance area, which is to say the body was carried over to that very window. Nah, that's spaghetti sauce. And there's gonna be a lot more spaghetti sauce on that wall if you don't have me right now. From there, it was dropped down to the maintenance area below, and though there was nary a scratch to the body aside from the fatal wound, that too was per the script. A high jump mat was employed to cushion the fall. Then a ball cart was used to haul the body over to the stage. That's not very clever. I mean, it's the same exact body movement screen as the script. Anybody could have moved the body that way.
Objection.
Your propensity to speak forth words before you think is not very clever either. Why you? Moreover, the prosecution has a witness, which is most unfortunate for you. Witness, it's time for you to come forth. This asshole. Well then, will the witness please state his name and occupation? Hugh O'Connor. I'm a senior at Themis Legal Academy, and I'm studying to be a lawyer. Yesterday, I told that lawyer there that I would testify to the truth. So, I intend to cooperate fully in today's trial. Happy now, Miss Sykes? What's he up to now? The court appreciates your cooperation, Mr. O'Connor. Now, your testimony, please. What O'Connor saw. The lecture hall was packed before the mock trial, but the rest of the campus was empty. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area. She was heading towards me, so I assumed she was on her way to the maintenance area. But I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that. The real truth hurts so much, doesn't it, Miss Sykes? Or maybe you thought I was going to bring up something else entirely against your client. Never a snappy comeback when I need one. Yeah, tell me about it. He's coming straight at us today, using any means possible. No, wait. I'm gonna bring... Your mom is going to bring up something else entirely against my client. Got him. To protect the students who had to climb up high when setting up the stage, a mat was brought over to the stage from the storehouse. Our client is the student council president. What's gone wrong with her taking it upon herself to put the mat away after they'd used it?
Objection.
Oh, there is plenty wrong. There is but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a fall from such lofty heights. Ergo, the mat in question was indispensable to moving the body. It sucks being the last to know everything. Now you know how Edgeworth feels. Oh my god, the Mr. Hat keychain. That's adorable. I think I get it now. The drag marks you saw behind the stage were made by the mat. If the only mat of that thickness was where the body is assumed to have been dropped, it would be hard to deny a possible link to this case. We're off to a bad start again. You sure you're okay, Athena? It's game on, Hugh. Game on. I'm gonna turn your arrogant perfect score grin into a teary-eyed frown of failure. A big goose egg, gang. A fat zero. A little late addition to the numerical system from our friends in the Middle East. Would some knowledge that would be helpful in a trivia contest unless it had been rigged from the beginning. Lecture class packed before the mock trial. Okay. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it right there! What? I was just getting to the important part. You already gave your testimony. I'm just cross-examining what you fucking said. Like, I have no idea how the chronology of this show works. Are they making him repeat his testimony? Or is Athena just reading back the record and pressing him on whatever things he said? Because that's how it does it in the anime, right? They don't, like, have him... Like, the witness doesn't repeat their testimony during the cross-examination in the anime. It's just the Phoenix asking the question. Fucking whatever. eager to unsheath your blades. Take Stono. Your heavy breath heaves to where I stand. Don't say it like that, you creep. How rude. A human's breath doesn't travel anywhere near that far. So the only issue is distance? You're not denying that you're a heavy breather? Kill yourself. I'm just saying that scientific studies have proven that it's not... Hang in there, Athena. No matter how many insults they hurl, it won't affect the judge's opinion of you. Yeah, can't get any lower. What about my own self-esteem? Can't get any lower. Let's get back to what happened before the mock trial. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. Our client was simply putting the mat away. It had nothing to do with this case.
Objection!
That is where you are wrong. There was but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a 3-story fall. Hence, the mat dragged by the accused was essential to moving the body. If we win this one, I promise to donate another thick mat to the academy. Now, show me how to show you the truth. You'll have my full cooperation. Mr. O'Connor, are you positive you were standing exactly where you said? I was between the stage and maintenance area, and she was behind the backdrop. He's sticking to his guns. The issue here is where Hugh was standing when he says he saw June. But nothing I say will mean anything without evidence. Time to dig a little deeper. Oh, and before you ask, I had my glasses on. Therefore, I'm positive it was Juniper. That is not an issue. What? You shouldn't assume anything. It only shows that you're not positive. Don't assume. It makes an ass out of you.
Objection!
And me. Such wild momentum. Perhaps you were a raging bull in your past life. Yeah, perhaps you were Hitler in your past life. Don't compare me to some stupid farm animal! Oi, Justice Dono. Our assertion is Juniper was simply putting the mat away. In that case, where would she be taking it? Oh, to the storehouse? Over in the maintenance area? Precisely. Therefore, there is naught wrong with the witness's judgment in this matter. It is your wild charges that are the issue here. I'm not hungry. I don't take a slice. But I cannot help it if you keep seeing red. Bulls are colorblind, dumbass! He's gonna get a face full of Justice Apollo style if he keeps that up. Anyway, I saw her heading towards me. But I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that. And then it's entirely possible that someone else moved the body, correct?
Objection!
Are you mad or merely delusional? Everyone was in the lecture hall before the mock trial. The rest of the campus was empty. Ergo, the only probable suspects were the 3 trial participants. I know. Thank you for stating the obvious. I also know that you, Hugh O'Connor, were one of the participants. Mr. Confident sure goes all out when he tells the truth. Well, I don't think he meant for any of that to be misleading, but it doesn't make it factual. Careful now, Athena. A genius like Hugh could be leading you right into a trap. I'd be surprised if he wasn't. But all I can do is charge forward with both eyes open. The lecture hall was packed for the mock trial, but the rest of the campus was empty. Ah, shit. Okay, so that's everything. I just need to find a contradiction, so... Mat. Vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area. I have pictures of the stage, yeah. That's the maintenance area. But I don't think there's anything that, like, But it doesn't look like the diagram that we saw in his testimony, so I don't think that would prove a contradiction. Don't play this just yet. Don't play your ace right away.
Objection!
Ah, there we go. It was that one, because, like, the core records, like, Hazard Pond are like, there's an issue with that. That was the hint. And what would disprove this? A picture of the place where Hugh claims he was standing. So, you saw the back of the stage from between the stage and the maintenance area. Well, let's take a look at this photo taken by Miss Scuttlebutt, shall we? This photo shows the students setting up the stage the day before the mock trial. Do you see the big construction screen to the right of the stage in the background here?
Oh, yes. In fact, there were a bunch of those next to my house until a few days ago, too. It was so noisy behind there, but I couldn't take a peek. Oh, how it piqued my interest.
Exactly, Your Honor. Ooh! You cannot see past such screens. That is their purpose. Now let's see. How exactly is that screen positioned again? Aha! Since it was to the right of the stage, I don't remember the stage being a large block. It should be right here. And from this vantage point, the witness claims to have seen our client behind the stage backdrop.
Oh my, but the screen would have been completely in the way.
That's right. Therefore, the witness couldn't have possibly seen our client from this point.
Ah! Ouch!
Yeah, you didn't see that coming, you fucking dickhead.
Order! Order! Mr. O'Connor, have you been lying to this court?
You tell us lies from the tablecloth. The screen, right? It must have slipped my mind. What? Tell me you, Mr. Genius, forgot something as literally as big as that? There are two kinds of memory lapses. The normal kind you mouth breathers have, and the genius level lapse of memory that people like me have. This guy's the murderer. Why don't you just admit that it was a normal, everyday brain fart already?
Will the witness now please restate what he remembers minus the lapses of memory?
Now that's easy. I was on the other side of the screen. In other words, I witnessed Juniper from the stage side of the screen.
Objection!
You are testifying that our client was behind the stage. But need I remind this court, the back of the stage is not visible from the front. To actually see your client behind the stage, from the stage side of the screen, the witness himself would also have to be in the same area behind the stage. Ooh. But in that case, our client would have definitely seen Mr. O'Connor. Ah! Ouch. Nice one, Athena. Keep it up.
Objection!
Oh, fuck you. Alright,
Golden boy, is this not your chance? Telling the truth will be like a weight lifted from your chest.
the truth? What truth?
The fact that Golden Boy here was where he initially stated. That is to say, he was between the maintenance area and the stage.
Objection!
But then the screen would have blocked his view of...
Objection!
On the ground, yes, his view would have been blocked indeed. But consider how smoke always wants to rise up high.
What? Athena, look at the photo again. Do you think it was while it was on the crane? Something on the other side of the screen. Something high enough to see the stage. No way, this crane right here? I don't remember seeing a crane there on the day of the mock trial. Me neither, but it's probably safe to assume it was moved before you found the body. That's all enough, Prosecutor Blackwell. Remember, you promised!
I recall making no such promise.
What, are you also a girl too?
It was you who came blubbering to me about keeping quiet in exchange for the information.
This is just the same shit that happens in Danganronpa. You said you wouldn't tell anyone. I never made such a promise, you dumb bitch. Fuck you. I'm Byakuya. I'm a dickhead who outs people in court. And I have eyeballs for testicles. I'm an asshole. I wear my underwear backwards. I have eyeballs for testicles. What's all this about a promise? Is this about whatever Blackwell is using against him? And what's it got to do with going into the crane?
Golden Boy did not go up in that crane for fun. He was working part-time as a crane operator within school grounds.
Don't you need a license for that shit?
What? You mean to tell me a high school student was operating the crane?
This guy is not crane certified.
Objection! The witness, I object to the prosecutor's last statement. There's no proof I ever operated that crane.
Actually, there just might be something that proves you did. You might be playing into the prosecution's hands, Athena. What? Also, why are you so embarrassed about operating a crane? If this whole part-time job thing was true, I doubt it would be limited to a single day. You were probably working at the same site the previous day, too. Is this what you're thinking of, Athena? Oh my god! The glasses! Yep, as the court can see, this photo captured the crane's operator. And if you look carefully, he bears a definite resemblance to Mr. O'Connor.
Are you serious? This is ridiculous.
I didn't know crane operators wore red chokers.
How very interesting. Let's ascertain whether this is as ridiculous as the witness maintains.
Now both sides are getting it up on the witness. The defense agrees with the prosecution. Let's bring the facts to light. Now everyone knows you're a crane operator, boy!
That's all very well and good. But just how do you propose to do that?
The person in this photo has one really distinguishing feature. I'm not 100% sure, but it's at least worth a try. Glasses. We can clearly identify the person in this photo as the witness by examining his neck, I guess. I don't recall Hugh O'Connor wearing a red choker. The picture in this photo is wearing a very unique object around his neck.
Oh, why yes, you can see it right there. But then, are you saying you mean to...
Mr. O'Connor's neck is almost entirely concealed by his tall collar. But that's exactly why I believe this warrants further examination.
No, not a chance. That will be a blatant violation of my privacy. You are a disgrace of a man. Now start unbuttoning that collar before I hack it off.
You could at least buy him dinner first, Blackwell. Anyway. Yeah, what's the big deal? Wait, how old is this guy? Okay, 18. Thank God. Guess I have no choice. Oh, avert your eyes, children!
Oh my!
Hell, where'd you buy that neckband, if I might ask?
I didn't buy it.
It's handmade, and there's only one like it in the world. Okay. Oh, maybe he's also an artist. And, like, he makes necklaces? Well, it sure looks like the neckband in the photo. Should we have the photo analyzed?
You are one irritating lady.
Fine, I admit it. I work a part-time construction job. It has nothing to do with our school. Operating heavy equipment's no big deal for a guy who can parallel park one-handed. But I never expected one of my jobs would take me to my own school. So, oh god, now everyone knows I do manual labor. This is a very weird thing to keep a secret.
But when you factor in all the required tests and apprenticeship period, wouldn't you have to be at least 20 to have a license for operating a crane?
Oh, about that. See, I'm a genius, so, you know, nepotism higher.
Objection!
Let us dispense with this inane charade, Golden Boy.
Hold it! No, Prosecutor Blackwell, please don't!
High school seniors are 19 at most, thus they fail to complete the requirements. But that does not apply to you, does it, Mr. O'Connor?
You lied about your age? Why doesn't it apply? He's a senior, so he's around that age, right? No, don't, please! Lied about his age to get into fucking... Actually, Golden Boy here is 25. Oh! He took a 7-year break from school! That is pretty funny. Wait, come again?
Take a gander at the official school enrollment documentation. 'Tis all right there.
I mean, I don't think, like, there's like a... I mean, can't you, like, can't you take the bar exam at any age? I don't think there's an age requirement for taking the bar exam.
25? You mean he's older than me? A 25-year-old high school student?
Oh, this is scandal. Voted for Bush.
Hold it! A 7-year break. 7 years. I've just one thing to say. There are two kinds of 7-year breaks. The ordinary kind you mouth breathers take, and the genius kind people like me take.
There are only two kinds of pants shitting. The shitting of the pants that you ordinary mouth breathers take, and the genius kind of shit in your pants that people like me shit our pants.
Objection!
But a genius would quickly become a chore for a 7-year break. I think you have that backwards, Athena. Oh, even geniuses make mistakes. There are two kinds of... fuck. I just happened to make mine only 7 years in a row. You're like the human Burley. Only Hugh could get away with using only like that.
Enough of this jibber-jabber. Suffice to say, the witness was up in the crane when he saw the accused dragging the mat. The accused readied all she needed to move the body immediately prior to doing so. That much is clearer. I see no need to deliberate the matter further. Considering that the body was moved in the same manner as in the script, I find Prosecutor Blackwell's claim to be quite persuasive. Does the defense care to dissuade me?
As long as a mat was used to move the body, she was going to be under suspicion. Athena, I just thought of something. What was Hugh doing in the crane right before the mock trial? He couldn't have been on the job at the time. I mean, he was waiting for the trial to start. Yeah, why was he in the crane? Wait, you don't think... Your Honor!
Yes, Miss Sykes?
I've got it. I've got an amazing idea that will turn the prosecution's claim on its head. Well, conjecture has never stopped us before. I've got hearsay and conjecture, Your Honor. Those are kinds of evidence. Interesting. Mr. O'Connor, you were using the crane to move the body! The body was just like it was in the script, so it must have been moved like in the script too. At least that's what the prosecution believes. How simplistic, even foolish. Those are pretty strong words, Athena. Sure about this? The witness is a licensed crane operator, so he could have used it to move the body. I don't see any green bars, so this... Fuck.
Well, Golden Boy, care to chime in? I intend to say no more on the matter, save that this does not bode well for you.
Wait, he's on my side this time? Or is this another trap? Watch this! Oh god, he's got a weapon! Find someone! What the fuck, man? I can use a bow and arrow one-handed. Wow, that's a crazy level of dexterity. I can even drive a crane with one hand. That's easy. And the other hand I use to jerk off. And not the ordinary jerking off you mouth breathers like to do, the genius jerking off that I do. But operating the crane itself is so complex, it requires that I jerk off. Now, I would have the cord. Jerk off. Now, I would... So shut up. Now, I would have the court... God damn it, it's not that funny! Now, I would have the... I would have the court look at this. Oh. Please tell me that's a ketchup stain. You wish. My head was injured. Oh, what happened? Too much jerking off? That's the reason I kept my hand in my pocket all this time. Oh, I thought you were jerking off. If I keep making the joke, it'll stop being funny, and I'll stop laughing. I've already verified this with the hospital of treatment. Quite a nasty wound, they say. So, how did you hurt it? I see no need to discuss that. It has no relevance to this case. 2 hands are required to operate complex machinery such as a crane. Ergo, on the day of the mock trial, the witness was incapable of moving the body by crane. Now I'm the fool! They both... I planned on moving the crane the night before the mock trial, but then I got injured. Wanted to keep my part-time job a secret. I had to do it just before the mock trial instead. Here I thought this was the big break we've been waiting for. Now that the defense's sophistry is laid bare, I would have the court recall my claim. The body was dropped out of a 3rd floor window to a mat near the maintenance area. Then a ball cart was moved to the stage. See? I've been paying attention. Well done, your baldness. Now consider this. The accused was sighted dragging that mat. Ergo, it was she who moved the body. Well, I think you're on the right track, Athena. You do? Yeah, Juniper remains the prime suspect if you assume the body was moved per her script. So, as the defense, you have to figure out how else the body could have been moved. But, oh, is he telling me to think of another way besides the crane? Miss Sykes, if you have a counter-argument, this court would love to hear it. And if you do not, it is time for the verdict. Isn't that correct, your baldness?
Objection!
No, not yet. All I have to do is show that the body wasn't moved like it was in the script, right? Well, that would show that the mat had nothing to do with this case. There is a sword of great renown that cuts down sophistic lawyers. Its name is evidence. You don't scare me. What's just wrong with you? You can do it. What's wrong with your face, Athena? It's a weird mix of terror and creepy grin. Just focus on how the body could have been moved without it being dropped. How could anyone lower it without just dropping it? The winch! The winch in the art room! It's not like it could fly. Or maybe it could. After all, there is a way to zip between the art room and the stage. A zip line? A fucking zip line! Someone could have easily used that thing. John Jarpenter's that thing. Oh, yes, of course. Miss Sykes, the court would like to see you as you have for us. All I have to do is show the tiniest shred of a possibility. The man and the ball cart weren't used to move the body. This is what we used. Wait, details. Oh, the fucking winch. By using this just right here, just right, the body could have been used without the mat. Really? I would love to hear how that would be possible. Yeah, I'd love to hear how too. Fuck! Don't tell me they used the goddamn angel statue to fly. Wait. Ah! The key here is the thing that ties the art room and the stage together, pun intended. Might I propose an idea? It might do you well to tie your lips together lest you further expose your ignorance. Kill yourself. This isn't exactly the time for black comedy, Prosecutor Blackwell.
How about you tie a noose around your neck and fucking die? Anyway, the court will call the wire on which the school banner was hung. That wire was strung between the art room and the stage, which allowed students to run or reel in the school banner from the art room. The body could have easily been lowered down to the stage via this wire.
Objection.
Spare me your armchair theories. This wasn't some kind of high wire act. The body surely would have fallen. Yet there were no signs of blunt force trauma.
Objection!
Oh, you surprised me, Prosecutor Blackwell. You didn't actually think I failed to account for that? I'm sure that's exactly what he thought. When we investigated the stage yesterday, the bottom part of the school banner had been tied into a pouch-like shape. And pouches are useful for carrying things. What do you think this one could have carried? Well, go on, please explain. The body was bundled into the pouch-like section of the banner and sent down the wire. The body would have been down on that stage in a flash, and there'd be no need for a mat. I've heard the phrase carrying the banner, but the banner doing the carrying.
Objection.
I've no patience for you and your cheap parlor tricks. Your claim is as shaky as a corpse performing that absurd high wire act. If you have an actual objection, then just come out and say it. I trust you recall the bloodstains left on the art room pottery. If the wire had been used to move the body, it would have to be via the window above the quad, the one with the winch. However, the bloodstained pottery was next to the window above the maintenance area. Ergo, the wire and banner had not at all to do with this case. Oh, the bloodstained pottery, yeah, I remember that. This doesn't look good. We'll be back to the mind theory if you don't do something. Well, Miss Sykes, I hope you have something better this time than a circus act. If my wire theory is true, that blood on the pottery must not have been blood at all! At first we thought it was red glaze, but it turned out to be blood. But what if we go back to the time when it was just red glaze by all accounts?
Objection.
But the police have clearly identified it as blood. Damn it! You can't change us back to fiction, Miss Sykes, let alone travel back in time. Fuck! Now then, please share your thoughts on what this blood really is. Fine, you fucking... I'll be safe so I don't lose any more points. Not have been the victim's blood. Maybe it's not the victim's blood. Did the police check to see from whom the blood on the pottery came from? Would be hard to do if it was dried. Shame on you, Sykes Dono. Have a little more respect for the constabulary. Nobody says that shit. Disregard the— Oh! Where'd you come from? Fool Bright. Looks like they didn't check it. Don't let it get you down, Prosecutor Blackwell. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Spare me your cheek. We will know not either way till the tests are run. True, but in the meantime, I'm going to press my claim as far as I can. Your baldness. I demand that the blood on the pottery be analyzed this instant. Of course. It shouldn't take long to get the results back. It should be dried by now. Come on. Is it possible to do a DNA test on dried blood? I have no idea. Oh my, that was quick. We're history if it turns out to be the victim's blood. Please, please let it be someone else's. It seems the blood was not from the victim. Ha! In your face! Furthermore, a comparison with other parties involved in this case reveals that the blood belongs to one Hugh O'Connor. Score! We've got you now, motherfucker. Don't worry, Junie. Just trying to relax. His hands were dripping with blood. Your Honor, as we saw earlier, the witness's left hand had suffered a serious injury. He sustained a wound in a struggle with the victim, and his blood got on the pottery. Then, Judy saw his blood-stained hands as they passed each other in the first-floor hall. It's the only explanation that covers everything.
Objection!
There is but one way now to turn aside a blade, but do not cast the blame on me. Your grudge is with Sykes, Dono, for it is she who forces me to expose your secret. Fine, whatever. Wow, how much dirt does he have on Hugh? The court will observe this odd-looking envelope. It was inside this that Miriam's Scuttlebutt script was found. Miss Scuttlebutts, but didn't the prosecution already claim that this envelope is the one that contains your script? Circumstances have changed. You see, Golden Boy had hidden this from us all. Well, let's see here. My word, talk about the most painful paper cut. Indeed, you can clearly see that if this envelope is not opened correctly, a powerful spring-loaded blade will shoot forth, leaving a horrible gash upon the hand. The only one who had been told of the correct way to open it was Constance Court. Oh. I'm not doing the snake voice. I'm fucking... I'm too exhausted and my body hates me, which is why it keeps yawning and sabotaging me. Miriam wasn't kidding when she said that. The blood on the blade is the witnesses. Our genius here tried to sneak a peek at the wrong script and paid for his foolishness. This guy's the worst genius I've ever seen. You better not say there are two types of dumbass wounds that we... Fuck, don't worry, Athena. The wound isn't that deep. You still got the wire theory. Yeah, I've got it. Since the blood by the window overlooking the maintenance area isn't the victim's, there's no longer any basis for denying the body was moved using the wire and banner. Therefore, the defense once again asserts just that. Hold it! You call yourself a lawyer? Don't you see the glaring contradiction in your thinking? I mean, yeah, I am a lawyer. You're just a law student, and turns out you were lying about your age. You don't get to take the lawyer or high ground here, huh? The court would like to remind the witness that his role is not to point out. And you, how can you adhere to such outdated beliefs? But whatever. Permission to treat this witness as hostile. It seems you've forgotten the two statues that were on stage directly below the wire. A body sent sliding down the wire would have crashed into them, but it did! Care to explain that away? It did crash into them! The statues were broken! You dumb motherfucker, I got you now. I believe he's right. The statues and the wire are extremely close together. So the body would have collided with the statues. Oh, you bitch. Oh, you dumb bitch. I got you now. What? Oh. Speaking of those statues, we still don't know how they were broken. But if we assume the body crashed into them... That would also explain that loud sound we heard while we were in the waiting room. Oh, now that you mention it. You and Mr. Wright went out to the stage after you heard that sound, correct?
Objection!
Interesting. How very interesting. But may I ask just one question? When was it that you heard that sound? It was a little after the mock trial had started. Mr. Wright and I were practically bored at tears there in the waiting room when... Ah! Precisely. And that sound you heard did happen while the body was being moved. That would place it during the mock trial. Which means the body wouldn't have been there before the mock trial started. Well, maybe the body wasn't there before the mock trial. Maybe we were wrong about that assertion. He said he saw the body before the mock trial. If so, and might claim that the body was moved during the mock trial doesn't hold water. Well, maybe he's lying. Maybe he's the real killer. Maybe stupid contradiction is going to get me in her case killed. The focus was on just 3 suspects because the body was moved before the mock trial. That has been the major premise thus far. Your assertion, therefore, contradicts the very foundation of this case.
Objection!
Both sides still lack uncontrovertible evidence. So, should we not also treat Golden Boy's testimony with some level of suspicion? Good point. Prosecutor Blackwell is on his side! I bet he's figured out the truth behind this case. Well, great. As long as he's not up to something else. He's scheming! If the statues really were broken when the body hit them, then Hugh's statement about seeing the body before the mock trial is a big fat lie! Okay, Mr. O'Connor, let's get to the bottom of this contradiction about when you saw the body. Look me straight in the eyes and repeat your statement to me. Like I said before, before the mock trial, the body was, I shall only say this once, Golden Boy. You had best tell the truth and do it now. That is, if your head wishes to enjoy the continued companionship of your body. Yeah. Now, out with it. Did you truly witness the body? Or were you just lying about it? Well, which is it? You what? I never saw the body. Are you sure about that? Lie to this court again and I'll charge you with perjury. Oh, so it's 3 strikes and you're out deal now? There was no body on that stage. I've been lying about that this whole time. You fucking scumbag. You were framing your friend for murder. You fucking piece of shit. You were lying to get your friend behind bars. Bailiff, cut his dick off. Why would you lie about this to begin with? To frame Juniper. Because he's a scumbag. Order. He's a scumbag. And he's got a tiny dick. The base premise that the body was moved before the mock trial has been overturned. I imagine this has an impact on both the defense and the prosecution's case. Well, first I'd like to thank the prosecutor. This brings us one step closer to the truth. Now, at least, we know the body was moved using the wire and the school banner. Indeed, that much I shall concede. Sakes don't know. The body was moved, as you stated, and in the midst of the mock trial. So both sides are satisfied then. If the body was moved before the mock trial, we have our 3 suspects. But if the move took place in the midst of the mock trial, it is an entirely different story. Right. All 3 suspects were in the mock trial. That gives them solid alibis.
Objection!
Ooh! How simplistic. Did you forget about the student in charge of the audio? And there goes our... wait. And there goes our temporary truce. She was the one soul who could leave and re-enter the lecture hall. What's this? Who is this person in charge of the audio? Please don't be Scuttlebutt. Please don't be Scuttlebutt. Please don't. Oh no, how could I forget it was... Oh, it's Juniper. Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot? The trooper was also in charge of the audio. Plus, Ultra, when she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio room dealing with the music. The one who could enter the art room amidst the mock trial to move the body was none other than the accused, Juniper Woods, for she was in charge of the audio. No! Yes, I see. That does make perfect sense. This can't be happening. Instead of exposing Hugh's crimes, Junie's in even deeper. No matter how you slice it, we're cooked. And here I thought Prosecutor Blackwell was on our side, at least on this issue. Maybe he was just doing this so he'd have another person to prosecute. You know? The Twisted Samurai strikes again. Twisted? It's more like dirty rotten. He only cares about getting people convicted for crimes. He wants to maximize that number. Your boldness, it is time to put an end to this farce. The prosecution has presented a quite convincing case. But the defense has one last chance to voice any remaining objections. Well, Miss Sykes. Apollo, what are we gonna do? I got nothing left. Nothing. Nada. Niente. Noodle. That's one of the few bits I remember from the VeggieTales movie Jonah, which was an adaptation of the Bible's account of Jonah, a prophet of God who was sent to Nineveh to warn them of their impending destruction. However, Jonah, not having faith that the people of Nineveh could avoid that destruction, believing that they were doomed to damnation, tried to avoid this duty. So he threw himself into the sea, got swallowed by a whale, but then he survived the whale. So then he went to Nineveh and told them, and then he sat and waited for them to be destroyed, but they weren't destroyed. And so, because God forgave them. I've been trying to think of something too, but I'm drawing a blank too. Poor Junie. Unless you figure out something, she'll be in the VeggieTales movie. Objection. Well, I object to... Yo, mama! No! Kill him! Your Honor, kill the defense! Yeah, I object to your fucking hairline. Not Your Honor. O'Connor's hairline. O'Connor, your hairline is disrespectful. Your Honor, Your Honor, I'm gonna kill my client. You don't have to continue you don't have to continue the trial. I'm killing my client. All ears to me. It's time you heard about the rare genius of Hugh O'Connor. Put that genius away. There are children here. Listen, and you will hear the secret behind my perfect crime. Perfect? Crime? Ears? Wait, this is some serious deja vu. Did we just go through something like this yesterday? Yes, we did. This better not be another one of his enraging traps. The murder, the movement of the body, the cover-up, it all sprung from my brilliant mind. Well, go ahead, arrest me. The real killer is right before you. Fuck it! No arguments here, Your Honor. It's like if I were at the interview, she's like, fine, fuck it. O'Connor did it. You confessed. Fuck it. Just acquit my client and we can all go home. So it's like you already confessed yesterday, then earlier today recanted your confession. If you mouth breathers could comprehend my genius, the ends justify the means. Now bow down and kneel. Kneel before my great imaginative intellect. Boy, you are no RT game doing an impression of Von Karma. You are no Von Karma.
Objection.
Yes, it was you see, my fingerprints were burnt off at the chemical factory. Enough. The only thing maddening is the ignominy you bear for all to see. For it is impossible for you to have been the perpetrator behind this crime.
Ah!
There is no perfect crime, only a perfect alibi. For you were at the mock trial.
I see, Columbo. I want a Columbo-style prosecutor. Come on, it's it would be perfect.
There is no such thing as the perfect crime, sir. And it is silly that I must remind you of this, but you were a participant in it the entire time. There shall be no mercy if you persist in hindering this trial with your silly little act. There's just one more thing that was bothering me.
Hugh doesn't seem the least bit shaken by Blackwell's threat. Listen, Mr. Prosecutor, calling that a perfect alibi is beyond contempt.
Your Honor, I'd like to take this opportunity to offer further testimony.
Well, it's been a while since our next I think he's only given one testimony so far. I will now demonstrate the very moment of genius that transcended over something, whatever. So he's go on full fucking Dio. Brando. You don't believe this, but I used a body double. That wasn't the real me at the mock trial. That means I didn't almost lose. My body double almost did. So that's what this is about. Your fucking pride at almost losing a mock trial. I stepped out stealthy while my double took care of the trial. I had to run the campus. In short, I'm the killer. Juniper's innocent. Bah! I have a question I was hoping the defense and prosecution might help answer. As who the fuck asked? Is it just me, or does the witness's testimony make no sense at all? No, it's not just you, Your Honor. All I got from listening to that was a headache. Yeah, that was just plain weird, especially the whole thing about a body double. Well, I'm relieved it's not just me. And the prosecution? Your baldness, summon an ambulance this instant. The witness is stark raving mad. Yes, I think that would be for the best. Now then, let's pretend that never happened and move on to my verdict. Hold it! I am not crazy! I am not crazy! I know he swapped those numbers. I know it was 1216. One after Magna Carta. As if I could ever make such a mistake. Never! I just couldn't prove it. He covered his tracks. He got that idiot at the cop shop to lie for him. You think this is bad? This chicanery? He's done worse. That billboard. You tell me a man just happens to fall like that. No, he orchestrated it. He defecated through a sus. It's not a matter of not believing you. It's more along the lines of questioning your sanity. Yeah, the funny farm just called. They want their genius back. This really is the fucking chicanery trial from Better Call Saul. Shut your pie holes. The intellect of a genius transcends even logic. Besides, don't you guys have that weird device for testimony like this?
Objection.
Fuck off. You're not worth. You don't we're just not a weird device, and I don't waste some more ridiculous testimonies. Yeah, you don't deserve my lawyer magic. Easy there, Tiger. Think of it this way. We don't want a verdict to be passed just yet. So how about we give Widget a try? Well, this is against my better judgment, but I'd like to conduct a short therapy session. Your better judgment? I'm a judge, and it's far beyond mine, yet I find it hard to say no. Prosecutor Blackwell, I trust you have no objection. Prosecutor Blackwell? The prosecutor said, "Rubbish, we will be out on a stroll," then left with Detective Fulbright. Well, at least he's under custody still. How does he get away with stuff like that? I mean, he's got Detective Fulbright looking after him, which, to be fair, is like getting a Cheeto to look after a baby. Then I'll interpret that as meaning he has no explicit objections. No. It's like having a baby look after a dingo. The dingo that ate that baby. I would watch you like a dingo watches a human baby. You know, just you and me. We're in a bouncy house with a gallon of dip. It'll just be you and me. There's no Queen of England. There's no Queen of England. And there's no Queen of Titan. There's no Easter Bunny. There's no Tooth Fairy. And there is no Queen of a dingo watching a human baby. There is no bounce house. There is no gallon of dip. There is no... Where was I? Oh, I don't know why I'm going with this. I'm... Megamind, YouTube... Is this just the YouTube poop episode?
I've seen my share of crazy trials, but this one takes the cake. Gallon of dip. This is just the episode. The spy has already reached our defenses. Thing is, I don't sense any fucking discord. Yeah, this is only for when, you sense discord. But there's nothing! I don't get it. His confession is overflowing with happiness. Maybe he enjoys thinking how us mouth breathers can't comprehend his genius. Yeah, but it's like how you couldn't comprehend the Nazis' technology because it was fucking stupid. Oh, the Nazis had advanced technology that we still don't understand. Yeah, we don't understand it because it was the equivalent of a fucking bacon soda volcano. Fucking baby-ass inventions. Use fucking cardboard box time machines. That's what Nazi science was like. This goes way beyond all happiness. He seems to take an insane level of delight in his confession. Even a normal level of delight would be weird for a confession. Then again, he's not what I'd call normal. Hugh, why are you confessing? Who is this really for? I feel like that's the key to his out-of-control emotion. Yeah, does he want Juniper acquitted, or doesn't he? That... Is this why you're doing it? Oh, wait. Newman. Stand-in. Is it you? Wait a minute! Oh, fuck! No, right. I remember how to play the game. You hover over it, and whatever, like, causes a higher, faster beep, and that's what it is. Okay, nothing. Wait. Nope. Nope. Wait. Could because of that. Maybe you... I think you still have a crush on her, don't you? Mr. Connor, yesterday you said that you didn't really care about Miss Woods anymore. I already told Juniper, so might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? You're a dickhead. Yeah, well, Juniper recorded my secret to Professor Court. His secret? Oh, the bribe. You mean that you're 25? Oh. It's a 7-year age gap. That's fine. Oh, the bribe. She wanted nothing to do with me because I had disappointed her. That's why I don't care about her anymore. I was never trying to protect her. My confession was always about one thing and one thing only, the truth. But I thought you were the any means necessary kind of guy.
Objection!
Mr. O'Connor, you feel great happiness in the fact that you might help set Miss Woods free. So much so that it overshadowed all of your other emotions. What are you... I can hear it clearly now, Mr. O'Connor. The discord you've been trying to suppress. People don't normally feel like you do when you confessed. Unless they're fucking crazy cuckoo bananas. So... Hugh really was trying to protect Juniper. Yes, I'm sure of it. Hugh's feelings for her are the real deal. But that means his confession is... Finally figured out the obvious, have we? Oh, I wonder who's that? Hey! Hi, Simon! How was your walk? Oh, Professor Prosecutor Blackwood, you're back! The confession was not but lies, save for the part about being in the mock trial. You didn't have a fucking body double, and they didn't use a fucking... Can we all agree now that the killer is the one in charge of the audio, i.e. the accused? No, not... God, why couldn't you have taken a longer stroll? No, you haven't unraveled the genius of my body double trick yet. You can't be serious. Do you really expect us to believe you had a body double? Yes, I do! If you think I didn't, then prove it! That is not how this works, homeboy. You know that is not how it works. Either we quit here and Juniper is found guilty, or we play along with Hugh's delusion. Let's go with the least worst choice. But first, let me update his testimony. You won't believe this, but I used a body double. That wasn't the real me at the mock trial. Oh, I can't fucking point at shit anymore. Real me at the mock trial. Any update? No. Update? 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 Okay. And I think we do need... I want to press him on the fact that he's of his fucking body double shit. Shah. What is with me? Can't... It's not that. Okay, let's see what Athena says if I just zip through it all. What do you think is weird with this? A body double? What a bunch of baloney. I know, but I can hear the noise. It means there's a contradictory emotion somewhere. A contradictory emotion? Everything he says is one big contradiction. Yeah, I don't think we need the fucking emotion detector for this. What we need is a fucking... a gun. Ace Attorney 7. New lawyer, and their superpower is a gun. That's why I can hear his inner voice loud and clear. If we just think about Hugh and his competitive nature... Oh, we should be able to figure out the root cause of his discord. Oh... You're happy about that. Nope. But I think I'm close. I just... It just wants me to be more specific. There is no unexpected emotion, but the lack of emotion seems to be unexpected. I didn't almost lose, you say? Very odd. You exhibited happiness the entire time, except during this statement. You don't know when to give up. Wait, now that I think about it. No, don't! Stop making stuff up! Please, stop thinking, bro! Stop cooking! Get out of the kitchen! When I left the lecture hall, it was during Professor Mean's pre-trial speech. That's when I moved the body. I then slipped back in just before the verdict. So you're saying you were there the moment your double was about to lose? Well, he's got some good pointing, I'll give him that. Yes, I was. Naturally, I wasn't happy when I saw that. In any case, I was at the far end of the lecture hall behind the screen. I figured no one would see me if I came and went through the doors there.
Objection!
Sykes, Dono, how much longer will you indulge him in this charade? Well, it's true that none in the audience might see him go through either of those doors. The faculty seats on the balconies are a different story and have a splendid view. I thought you could do better than that. Oh, he's got his confidence back, he's got his groove back. The lawyer's bench is on the right side when facing the front of the hall. I used the door on the right side near the lawyer's bench. That means my movements were only visible to someone in the left balcony seat. But that seat was empty at the time, which is only natural. After all, it belonged to Professor Court, and as we all know, she was already dead by then. That can't be right. An empty balcony seat on the left side contradicts this piece of evidence. It can't. It's gotta be the layout, right? On the left side? Yeah, what about Professor Means? I have no idea where this contradiction is going, but I don't have any other moves at this point. Wait a minute. Are you telling me, motherfucking... I guess I'll have to follow and see where this takes me. Are you telling me Mr. Greek statue here is the real killer? This motherfucker? He's the real killer, isn't he? Guess we'll just have to follow it and see where this takes me. You said the left balcony seat was empty. Was it really? I saw it with my own eyes. It was definitely empty. What about this diagram? According to this, Professor Means was supposed to be seated in the left balcony seat. But if you left the lecture hall during this pre-trial speech, he would have been standing there at his seat addressing the students and faculty. Ah! No, this can't be right! You do no one any favors by exposing the falsities of his confession. I'm doing you a favor. I've told plenty of lies so far, but this part is true. I tell you, there was nobody in the left balcony seat. You gotta believe me! Doesn't seem like he's lying this time. Okay, Mr. O'Connor, let's have you testify again. But this time, don't spare any details. You got it. I'll repeat it as many times as you'd like. I mean, my ingenious escape act warrants a repeat, considering I'm the real killer. All I really care about is whether that seat was empty or not. The second floor was deserted. Why won't you believe me? It's true, I tell you. I went out through the back door without anyone noticing. Then all I had to do was go through the empty audio control room. Okay. This has to be the fucking... Yep. I detected powerful sadness and fear right after you said this part. It's as if you'd said something you shouldn't have. What's wrong with you? You shouldn't reveal a person's inner feelings for all to see. You asked for this, asshole! Mr. O'Connor, it's you who is revealing your inner emotions by the way you speak. Plus, I have a good idea about why you're feeling sad. Arr, you're a horrible person! Can't you just leave me be? This guy's fucking he's the guy who, like, sends you a hateful response to, like, a post you make on Tumblr. I'm not going to mention the other site. He said he, like, gives you a hateful response, and you respond back telling him to fuck off, and he's like, dude, why did you respond to me? I didn't even want to talk to you. It's like, just because I reblogged you with an incited message doesn't mean I want to talk to you. Blech. You said that you went through the empty audio control room, but that's not true, is it? There was someone who returned from there once Professor Means finished his speech. And that someone who was in the audio control room was... It was Juniper! I know you realized there was a problem with your statement as you were saying it. That's why you felt so uneasy. If the audio control room really was empty, That would mean Miss Woods was roaming around the campus. Mr. O'Connor, if you really want to protect Miss Woods, just tell the truth. If you believe in her, revealing the truth is the same as protecting her. Juniper's innocent. That's the truth. But in this dark age of the law, the truth can be easily twisted to serve anyone's needs. And the unjustified means our only choice is to fight back with lies. His heart won't hold out under this battle between truth and lies. Is there something I can do to make him recant his false testimony? I fear nothing now that I have lost everything. Go ahead, Prosecutor Blackwell. Cut me down if you wish. You. I thought you'd never asked. With you gone, we may swiftly proceed to a verdict. Oh, I can break these chains. Or whatever, however the song goes. I don't fucking know. He broke out of his shackles again! You know, I'm pretty sure a zip tie would be more effective. Because like, there's no links. Because a chain always breaks at the link, right? But there's no links with a zip tie. It's just one solid piece. I don't want to be the poor accountant down at the detention center. Hugh O'Connor, in deference to your valor, I will limit your suffering with one clean blow. But zip ties would prevent him from doing pointing or whatever. They gotta let him off farm. Couldn't you just wait one moment before you cut him down?
Silence.
Do not come between a samurai's foe, Sykestone. Ah! You ever learn about this in law school? Honey, you got a big storm coming. Careful, prosecutor. Remember that shocking experience you had last time? Oh, right, they put a shock collar on him or whatever. Very well, Golden Boy may live. For now. Enough already, Mr. O'Connor. Miss Woods would never want you to protect her this way. She values the friendship between the three of you more than anything. Objection! That's where you are wrong. She doesn't feel anything for me now. What doesn't matter anymore? I might as well tell you everything. This is no doubt news to you, but I am not and never was a genius. Sorry, but I already knew. Yeah, me too. And don't forget me, though in all fairness, it was pretty obvious. See, even the judge knew about it. I thought I was a genius at first, but this guy's a bozo. Stuff he said was crazy. No need to rub it in, just shut up and listen. It all started several days ago. I accidentally learned that my parents have been paying good money for my grades. But that's bribery. So the bribery wasn't Hugh's idea. All of my perfect scores are the product of cold hard cash, not genius. Even worse, when I confronted my parents about it over the phone. I mean, you are 20. Juniper overheard me. Wait, but you're 25. Do your parents know that you're a 25-year-old going to high school? I have so many questions about how this fucking law school works. Why it's structured like a regular school. Why adults have to lie about their... Oh my, what a terrible misunderstanding. I've been living a lie. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm no genius. I'm completely worthless. He's a phony. A big fat phony. A perfect zero. Just like the number from... Yeah. This is... Even so, I still wanted to make it up to Juniper for disappointing her like that. That's why I wanted to clear her name by pinning the blame on me. I mean, she probably hates me now, so it'd be a relief for her to see me locked away. If you were trying to help her, then why did you testify against her? You were the ones who told me to tell the truth yesterday, so I thought if I did, it would help her. She wasn't trying to revoke us?
It looks like we seriously misunderstood him in more ways than one. At the detention center yesterday, Junie was in tears when she opened up to me. But the truth is, the friendship between the three of them is still rock solid. There was something that could help me prove that to Hugh. Friendship bracelets? I know. What about that proof of friendship they mentioned? I wonder where or what it is. I didn't buy it. One of a kind. It's a friendship bracelet that he wears around his neck for some reason. Maybe it's... No, that's definitely it. The band around his neck. Friendship necklace. Mr. O'Connor, that band around your neck. That's a proof of friendship, isn't it? Proof of friendship? Is that anything like a proof of purchase barcode? Kinda. In court, evidence is everything. That's why the three friends created friendship bands. It's the evidence that proves their friendship. Oh, God, imagine Prosecutor Blackwell just thinking, what is this shit? How very interesting and chic. If they have doubts about their friendship, they can look to the proof they have on hand. That's why Mr. O'Connor's hand always goes to his neck when he is pressured. Proves he still has feelings of friendship towards the other two. Doesn't matter if I wear it. Those two. But they feel the same way, too. I know they wear their friendship band somewhere. Junie and Robin must both feel the same as Hugh. I just know it. Everything Hugh has said leads me to believe that. In fact, he may have also just told me that the others wear their proof of friendship. Oh. Where they're easy to touch. Or where they're hard to spot. Oh no, they're both equally valid. Where they're easy to touch. Fuck it. All you have to do is think back to their testimonies. Ready? Miss Newman holds her arm when pressured. And Miss Woods holds her wrist. I know Miss Woods very well. She would never abandon her friendship with you over something like this. And taking the blame for her will only succeed in making her terribly sad.
Robin, those bands of friendship that you made, just for the three of us.
The power.
I've forgotten about them, but not me.
Queens.
Hugh. Hey, Hugh.
The power.
I think I should have known better than to doubt my best friends.
Bro, stop crying. When you fucking cry. What was that fucking scream, bro? What was that fucking cry? I can't take this shit seriously. I didn't kill anyone. And I didn't have a body double. I sucked at that trial myself. I didn't move the body. I didn't even see it. And it may look like a speed reading. I was under the art of mastering the bar exam, but I haven't read a single word! Well, you could have fooled me. In fact, you did! Lucky for you, pretending to read isn't a crime. Hugh. Avoid eye contact monthly. So, Miss Sykes, can I place my trust in you?
I'm going to save Judy. So yes, you can place your trust in me. Fucking hell. I'm almost certain that Black Quill is currently suppressing the urge to call Hugh some kind of offensive word. So you can place your trust in me. Then am I to understand that the witness is recanted his confession? Again. Yes. This is bullshit. A most roundabout trial. I much prefer the turnabout variety myself. Say that again, bro? Now we are back to the fact that there was but one suspect who lacked an alibi, which is, in the end, the truth you've been seeking this entire time. So, we're back to square one. Now I'm exhausted and depressed. It probably doesn't matter at this point, and I might as well update the moon matrix. Don't worry. When you reveal the truth, more truth is revealed. Huh? Does this mean further resistance is futile? The time for a verdict is nigh.
Objection!
Please wait. What sort of devilry are you up to now? Oh, what? Oh, what? Because she's ginger? Because she has red hair? Oh, she's the devil. Fuck you. What if her client... No, I didn't... I do not compare her... I do not imply she has no soul because of her hair color. I imply she has no soul because she is a woman. I'm just kidding. He wouldn't be misogynistic. Godot, maybe, but not Black Quill. What if our client wasn't the only one without an alibi? The trial will continue, right? Oh my fucking god, it is. It is Professor Means. It's fucking Saul Goodman. Aristotle Goodman. Well, yes, I suppose it would. But after such a thorough investigation, does such a person really exist? Yes, it's fucking Socrates Goodman. Socrates Goodman. It seems we found some. It may have seemed like a miniature roundabout. Better Socrates, but Mr. O'Connor's testimony has cracked this case. There's no more noise. He was telling the truth now. During the mock trial, the balcony seat opposite him really was empty, which now means there was one person unaccounted for. Motherfucking Saul Goodman, baby. It's Saul Goodman. Besides Junie, the only person without an alibi during the mock trial is... Professor Means. The balcony seat was empty. That much is true, isn't it, Mr. O'Connor? That's right. How many more times do I have to say it? Okay, man, stop fucking crying. Bailiff, get this guy a fucking tissue and a glass of water. Basically, Professor Means wasn't where he was supposed to be during the mock trial.
Silence.
No. Need I remind you, every last soul in the lecture hall heard him deliver his speech?
Objection!
I know, and that's not in dispute here. Now let me explain how a speech could have been given from an empty seat. It was pre-recorded. What if the speech was pre-recorded? That's the only way the speech could have been delivered from an empty balcony seat. Wait, are you accusing Professor Beans? That's insane! I mean, he's the one who gave me the tape recorder. The tape recorder? Take this to the police, he said, and tell them you found it. You mean the tape recorder that made Junie the prime suspect? Wait a second. Mr. O'Connor, did you just say that Professor Beans gave that phony recording to you? Phony? The defense will refrain from hurling unsubstantiated allegations. Well, I said he gave it to me, but what do you mean it's phony? Wow. Who could have seen this development? And now we do it. We got him! We got him! Reveal the fucking smoking gun! The voice shouting, "You're a goner," as recorded on this tape, was dubbed onto it using a line our client said in the mock trial video. Why, this This is an extremely crucial piece of evidence. Motherfucking updated tape recorder report. Professor Means gave Hugh the phony tape. If that's really true, then Professor Means has guilt written all over him. Your Honor, the defense moves to call Professor Aristotle Means to the stand.
Silence.
The seat was never empty. 'Twas but an oversight by our dullard of a witness. An inmate who was formerly a surgeon once told me something. He said it's often all too easy to overlook critical symptoms.
Objection!
And another inmate I had an off and on again relationship with. He had the best throat in the entire fucking prison. I miss William. Best throat in the galaxy. Well, we're not going to overlook this oversight. What? We're not going to overlook this oversight. Yeah, we're not going to mistake this mistake. This mistake will not be mistook. If the speech was pre-recorded, the basis for suspecting our client would be shattered. Let's check with Professor Means and see whether the empty seat was a witness oversight. A verdict without first looking into that would be inconceivable. That's enough, both of you. Now, here's my opinion on the matter. While a surgeon overlooking critical symptoms is a problem, witnesses' oversight, too, must not be overlooked. Thus, as to the matter of whether Professor Means was or was not in his faculty seat, I believe we must ask the professor himself. I agree. Professor Means should be here in the gallery today. Do as you please. Do my eyes deceive me? Or was the judge actually doing his actual job as a judge? Like, interpreting the law and, like, you know, settling a fucking dispute. That's... Will you please state your name and occupation for the record? I wouldn't say he's a broken clock. More like a clock that's hard to read, but is otherwise accurate. Certainly. I am Aristotle Means. My daddy and my mommy. I teach the law course at Themis Legal Academy. And let me add that while I welcome any opportunity to assist with the trial, I don't care for this undue suspicion. Don't worry, Professor. We're just interested in the mock trial video right now. We just need to take another look at that speech you gave. Can we count on your cooperation in this? Very well. If that's all you're interested in, please proceed, Miss Sykes. Ugh. Good luck getting Mr. Stoneface over here to crack. We need to find some sort of evidence that shows this speech was pre-recorded. Alright, I believe we're ready. Let's roll the video. Good afternoon. I'd like to start by thanking you for coming here today. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know you have rights? The Constitution says you do. The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly. When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come. Of course, my brother said I wasn't a real lawyer. Said I was fucking slipping, called me Slippin' Jimmy. Said it was like a chip with a machine gun. And so I fucking killed him. That is what happens in Better Call Saul, right? He fucking kills Chuck. I don't know. Oh no, I forgot how long and boring his speech was. Blah, 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 chicanery, blah, 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 defecating through a sunroof, blah, blah, blah. My daddy was a drug dealer, and my mommy turned him in. Wake me up when this is over. So, after they finished watching all of Better Call Saul, experiences of our youth have a powerful and profound effect on our adults. You there. Wake up. Pay attention. Huh? Oh, I'm awake. Isn't that right, Your Honor? Huh? What? I'm awake too. Wait a minute. See? He's still asleep. Someone get the markers. Once again, our pure white Lady Justice will be watching over all of you today. Why does she have to be white? Pay attention, you may make a difference one day. Now let the mock trial begin. Also, the Justice is supposed to be blind. You fuck. That's about it. One of my better speeches, if I do say so myself. I even saw some of our students with tears in their eyes.
He's obviously not familiar with the phrase bored to tears.
Listen, Sykes-Stoner. If you have subjected me to this epic study in tedium without purpose, Taka will feast on your tongue after I've cut it out.
Do it, pussy! You were asleep the whole time!
Well, Miss Sykes, did you notice anything strange about that speech?
Could I please hear that last part again? Our pure white Lady Justice will be watching over all of you today.
Hold it!
Ah! There! I finally found what we needed. Which means I have only one question about your speech. Why does that last part we just heard contradict with this?
Take that!
The professor said the pure white Lady Justice would be watching over them. But the Lady Justice in the video isn't even close to being white. Yeah, that's right. She's not white. It's as gold can be. You fucking whitewashed her, just like they did to Jesus.
I'm not sure I can wrap my jaw around that to test its authenticity.
I didn't say it was made of gold, Your Honor. Now, it's true that the statue is pure white, but it broke before the mock trial began. The one you see here is its replacement.
Oh, well, that's a shame on every count.
Ironically, this golden statue sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the white one. Me and the professor wouldn't have made a mistake in its color if he'd been present. But it would be a reasonable mistake to make if he only saw the original statue, the white one. And if he could have, and he made pre-recorded with that information.
It seems I may have caused some confusion, but it was merely an oversight on my part.
Objection!
The statue was in the middle of the room. How could you not know what it looked like?
Well, it was in a balcony seat. Furthermore, the statue had previously been white.
Yes, but you should have known that. Fuck me. I'm not gonna explain it again. This is.
I'm afraid this isn't sufficient evidence of the speech being pre-recorded. We had our answer long ago. The accused was the only one to leave the lecture hall.
No, wait! There's got to be something that can prove that the speech was pre-recorded. According to the mock trial video, the speech started here and ended here. It was a little over 10 minutes, but I doubt anyone wants to be tortured again. It was only a little over 10 minutes. I felt like it went on forever. How'd you figure out how long it was? Easy. There's a timestamp in the top right. All you have to do is subtract the time the speech started from the time it ended. The speech goes from the 10-minute mark to 20:35. Wait a second. I could swear I've seen the same interval of time listed among the evidence. 10 minutes to 20 minutes. That's a difference of like 15 minutes. Maybe there's a way for me to use the speech time to show that it was pre-recorded. Let me just save again. 15 minutes. Oh, let's see. Oh, that wouldn't have helped. 15. No 15 interval there. So that's 2 hours. That's probably a score. Aha. Wait. No, that's 3 minutes. That's 3 minutes. Damn it. Oh, a little over 10 minutes. Yeah, I guess that is. Oh, yeah. Why did I think it was 15? Fucking idiot. Let's see. 10-minute interval. The tape has about 10 minutes and 35 seconds of noise.
Take that!
I would like the court to take a look at this. And this is the voice print analysis that proves the voice on the tape recorder belongs to our client.
Yes, but didn't we just establish that the voice on the tape recorder was a fabrication?
We did,
But what I'd like to focus on is the noise that is also there.
Noise?
Yes, the defense believes it resulted when the tape's previous recording was erased.
And what do you hope to prove by that?
The length of the noise is what's important. It's 10 minutes and 35 seconds in all. And what did the timestamp read of the moment Professor Means began his speech?
That would be exactly 10 minutes.
Now let's fast forward this long-winded exercise boredom to the end. Okay, stop. The video timestamp now reads 2035. Based on this, we know the time it took for this speech alone.
Right, subtract 10 minutes, and you get 10:35. 10 minutes and 35 seconds.
Correct. 10 minutes and 35 seconds. The same as the noise on the tape recorded. I assume you all understand what this means. Professor Means' pre-recorded speech had been where the noise is now. Oh.
Silence.
You seem rather confident, considering this is a mere happenstance match of numbers.
It is way too specific to be happenstance.
Objection!
But is it really just numbers, 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 numbers? The lab is continuing their study of the tape. So far, they've found signs of overdubbing. But it's going to take a bit longer to record over the audio that was erased. They dubbed over it. They dubbed over it. Bozo did the dub. The police are analyzing the noise as we speak. It won't be long until we know what was originally there. Now I'm sure of it. The professor was trying to create an alibi with the recording by pinning the crime on Junie. Well, he's not going to get away with it. Not on my watch.
Miss Sykes. I believe you are well aware of my methodology. Even if Juniper were the perpetrator, I would vigorously defend her as per my word. And to that purpose, I offered to be her lawyer. Alas, look what's happened.
All I've stated are obvious deductions derived from evidence and testimony.
Truth be told, I had no intention of testifying. I had been keeping quiet for Juniper's sake. But now that you cast this blame upon me, I have no choice but to reveal the truth.
Oh shit, this doesn't sound good.
I will now reveal the truth behind why I asked to pre-record my speech before the mock trial. I, Professor Means, always say what I mean and mean what I say by all means.
Meaningless tautology. Professor Means' testimony.
The defendant came to me with what she said was very important, and by necessity, secret. She asked me to pre-record my speech and come to the audio room during the mock trial. Juniper confessed to the murder and asked that I get her declared innocent in court. She also said I'd become an accomplice after losing my alibi due to the pre-recording. But when I said I would protect Juniper, I meant it, because it's the humane thing to do.
Oh my! So you're saying the defendant threatened you? This has to be a lie. I mean, everything about it lines up too perfectly to be true.
On this most consequential of occasions, let me be completely frank with you. Juniper has truly taken to heart my teaching that states the end justifies the means.
I don't believe you.
When she asked me to defend her, she said I must also prove her two friends innocent. Her two friends? The witnesses? Correct. Hugh O'Connor and Robin Newman. I was to ensure all three walked free. All three were to achieve their dream. That was the result Juniper was seeking. And she was even willing to threaten me, her own professor, to that end. You no doubt had high praise for her ruthless tactics. Yes, well, that is why I vowed to rigorously defend her, despite her threatening me. There was a time when lawyers merely sought the truth if they wished for victory in court. But alas, those days are over. Now, in the defense of justice,
Order and all that is good. The end justifies the means. I am so sick of hearing that phrase. You ain't alone. Oh, it truly grieves me so, I must tell you this. Forsake the truth of its victory you seek. Steel yourself for this new courtroom reality. That does it. He's gonna regret dragging those dismal, depressing ideas in here. Since he's already surrendered to the dark edge of the law, it's up to me to fight it. Why so silent? I don't know. Something the matter. This is a court of law. It's no place for long, but it talks about idealistic principles. That's why I'm going to let the evidence do the talking. Let's not get carried away now, Miss Sykes. It will not do to have you attempted to discredit my doctrine. Do not force me to rectify this situation. No, go ahead and rectify it. Only if I lose and you win, that is. Cross-examining and defendant came to me. Let's just show this one.
Hold it!
I doubt our client would have come to you with something like that. Fuck. You have a point there. If only Professor Court had been alive, I suspect Juniper would have gone to her instead. So our client came to talk to you after Professor Court was dead? Let's go through this step by step, shall we? First, Juniper came to me that day. She asked me to pre-record my speech and come to the audio room during the mock trial.
Hold it!
Are you suggesting it was our client who told you to fake an alibi? You have every reason to be surprised. I too was shocked when she told me that. Simply put, Juniper has a secret that she wished to protect that badly. Is he kidding me? That lie couldn't be further from the truth. The problem is, how am I going to expose it? It was an earnest request from an outstanding student. How can I possibly have refused? Juniper confessed to the murder and asked that I get her declared innocent in court.
Hold it!
Did you consider that a threat? Yes, but it's now you whom she has passed their bans on to. Miss Sykes, you must realize that you too are being used by Juniper. What? Your Honor, I ask that you two do not let her feigned weakness and innocence fool you. Juniper Woods is quite clever and extremely tough. And perhaps most important of all, she is a fervent follower of my teachings.
Objection!
Your Honor, the witness's testimony is nothing but an attack on our client's character. Very well, objection sustained. So be it. Nevertheless, the fact that she threatened me is immutable.
Hold it!
How could you overlook such a threat? As a teacher, it's your duty to discipline students. Yes, well, perhaps I do have some serious reflection to do on this matter. I mean, you could just say you're a legal consultant first and a teacher second. I suppose it was just wishful thinking on my part. I wanted to believe that Juniper hadn't actually committed murder, and that he hadn't meant to threaten me. Really? Please do explain. Long had I waited for a student who would embody my teachings. Does the witness realize what he is saying? Surely you must see the true meaning of my words. I am merely staying true to what I teach, and my methods are but a reflection of the times. Oh wow, his way of thinking is really warped, but I haven't heard any inconsistencies yet. I wouldn't be so sure. Really? The more he tries to avoid logical inconsistencies in his testimony, the more likely we'll see inconsistencies between his actions and words. It is a dark age in which we live, and there is much I would like to say on the matter. What does that mean, bro? But when I said I protect Juniper, I mean,
Hold it!
you were trying to protect her client? Yeah, right. Don't say anything to blame on Junie. What a frightful look. I would ask that you not glare at me so. I have nothing but admiration for how Juniper was willing to go as far as to threaten me. That is why I am protecting her, by any means possible. She's been a model student. Liar! You're just trying to pin the blame on her! How am I going to show that what he's saying isn't what he's really thinking? You cannot possibly overturn my claims, so isn't it about time you admitted defeat? After all, if my unassailable logic is not truth, then what is? If he thinks I'm going to give in to his pack of lies, he's got another thing coming. I'm gonna find a hole in his story if it's the last thing I do. Don't tempt fate like that. Even though he's rotten to the core, he's a total pro. I mean, that all made perfect sense. Yeah, but you can't believe a word he says. He's making this up as he goes along. He'll trip up on his own words yet. Time to see how consistently the professor's testimony matches up with his actual actions. His actions, his actual actions. Let's see if there is any evidence that shows something that Professor Means has actually done. I don't know how that got there. Hasn't talked to Professor Means. Used Hugh to pass this on to the police. And let me just check, make sure that's the only one with that mentions Means doing something. Oh, wait. He's also here. So we have two pieces of evidence that tell us about Means' actions. Okay, to me, very important. Pre-record my speech and come to during the mock trial. Was the mock trial at night? I wasn't sure. Oh, right. Oh, that's right. You weren't protecting Juniper because you had this.
Objection!
You did this. So let me get this straight. You were trying to help Miss Woods. Ha! That's nothing more than a bald-faced lie. No offense, Your Honor. Such defamation of my character and your hair follicles, Your Honor, is an outrage. Miss Sykes will clarify her statement, but leave my hair follicles out for this time. Yes, of course, Your Honor. Now, please take a look at this. The witness gave this tape to Mr. O'Connor. Then he slyly whispered, "Take this to the police and tell them you found it." There was no whispering slyly or otherwise involved. I simply did that out of kindness.
Objection!
The tape contained our client's voice. In short, is incredibly damaging evidence. Why would it even exist if the witness wasn't trying to pin the murder on our client? They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but not yours. You never had good intentions, only lies to protect yourself with while blaming another. You, Professor, are the embodiment of the dark age of the law. Damn. Objection! Why, you little... You dare call my teachings and methods lies? Lightning shoots out from my fingertips! Or whatever the fuck he says to Howard Hamlin. Damn, son. Oh yeah, we're going... Themis Legal Academy is a proud institution. It's the most powerful in the world. Why a mohawk? You'll never forget what true education and lawyering means once I'm through with you. Professor Means, once with your hair. Quiet! No talking in class! Ow! You know what? I'm keeping that chalk. Eyes and ears up here, everyone. Homeroom is now in session. We will begin with roll call. Athena Sykes. Present. Paul Justice. I'm fine. I'm here. Fool. The proper response is here without any extraneous information. Okay, I guess he's lost it. Ouch. I mean, here. Next, Your Honor. Here. See, class, that's the proper way to answer. Simon Blackwell. I said Simon Blackwell. Are you here or not? You better be dead or deaf. Aaron. Where's Aaron at? You mean Aaron? You don't messed up, Aaron. There's always one, isn't there? Well, then I'll just mark you absent. Now get out of my class this instant. Get out. Very well, if that is your wish. Who am I to find my homeroom teacher? Oh, god damn it! No! This is not enough room. There's not enough room for two crazy-ass role players in here. I've got the... No, please come back! Please come back, samurai guy! No! Don't leave me in with this nut job. Ah! Ha-ha! It just so happens that I was a member of my high school's disciplinarian committee. You were a hall monitor. Got it. But is that really so shocking? Teacher's pet. Ugh. Alright, everyone. I hope you're all okay with this. We're now in class. Constabulary lapdog to teacher's pet. What a malleable mutt you are, Fulbright. Oh, very good, Bobby. You just earned a gold star and a promotion to head disciplinarian. Alright, class is now in session. Why do we have the sudden urge to go to the nurse's office with a stomachache? Well, I guess it's good that Apollo's got his backpack, Athena's got her school uniform. God, I don't think I would have ever I don't think I would have ever seen this shit coming. Pay attention. I am not the killer. Juniper is. This will be on the next test, so you had better be listening.
Objection!
Yes, what she said. But Professor, you created the phony tape to pin the blame on Juniper. Plus, you were the only one who could have moved the body during the mock trial. Objection. Please note, I was not at school. Athena, you disappoint me so. To think you would label me a murderer. Now pay attention. The murder occurred on the 23rd between 6 and 8 p.m. But I was already home by that time. So how could I have been involved in this crime? Hold on, let me just... 6 and 20... You fucking idiot. You dumb motherfucker. I got you right there.
Objection!
Professor Means, can you really prove you had already gone home by that time? Objection. Can you prove I was still at school? Yes. No. What? God damn it, Athena. Do you have the object permanence of a baby? You admit it. Well, you just earned extra credit for your honesty. You have worse object permanence than the judge. Even the judge would remember would come the fuck on. But you have also yourself laboratory cleaning duties until you graduate. I do enough of that at the office. Why are you listening to this dumbass? Oh, you're gonna give me detention of like... Enough! No way, man! I totally object! Objection! Robin! I can't believe it fell for the president's overtold lies! Who are you? How dare you talk about your teacher like that? I'm not listening to you anymore, man! No way, no how! Now, I have a confession to make. You know those two statues that were on stage? I didn't make them all by myself! The statues on stage? Do I want to know where this is headed? I was able to finish one of them, but the last bell rang before I had time for the other one. So I asked Professor Means to make it for me. In other words, the professor was there on the stage after the last bell. Right, and it would have been way past 7 p.m. before he could have finished. Professor Means is still at school. This is incredibly important testimony. Please. The professor told me, I'll take care of it. I thought my parents would let me be an artist if I said I'd made both statues myself. I'm still so sorry for not telling the truth. Robin. Objection. Quick, somebody get this juvenile delinquent out of my sight. Simon, you're head honcho among the delinquents. Do something. Who's in charge of the class? Hell yeah, gang up on the teacher! Fuck yeah! Not interested. But if you want a class in swordsmanship, I'm your man. Of course, only real blades will do. No swords at school. All weapons will be confiscated. What? I thought this was America. Nurse, where's the school horse? You need one. It would seem Sykestone seeks a showdown, Professor. In which case you would do well to draw your staff quick as lightning. Very well. And I will just have to prove my innocence myself. This is fucking... Okay. A real lesson begins in second period. Prepare to be whatever the fuck he said. What is that? Oh, never mind. Your testimony, please. Hey, yo, Mr. White. I gotta go to the bathroom. Now pay attention. Robin took over half a day to complete one statue. I, however, finished most of the other statue between 7 and 8:30 p.m. The defendant, Juniper, saw the two statues with her own eyes at 8:30 p.m. Completing a statue so quickly meant I could not leave the stage for a single second. How could I possibly have the time to go to the art room and commit murder? Completing the statue means you could not leave the stage. You could have been gone for 2 minutes. It's a pretty deep interval. You're saying the defendant saw the finished statues? Precisely. She said so herself at the detention center yesterday. Her defense team was there and heard her say so, too. Don't try to deny it now. But that evening, I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30. That's when I noticed that both stage statues were finished. They were quite large and they were each covered with a white sheet, but I could tell. Oh, right. The professor was there when that matter came up. Before I address the professor's charges, I have a question for Robin. How hard would it be to complete a statue like that in 1.5 hours? It would probably take me at least twice as long. So personally, I think it would be incredibly difficult to finish that in a short time. God, that didn't exactly help our case. Like, I'm sure that wacky thing where she fucking spells out the... I'm sure that makes way much more sense in Japanese. You know, it's one of those things that just does not translate well. But he won't get off that easy. He's bound to stumble over his own slippery means. Like a fucking... Professor Means' work of art. Now pay attention. Robin took over half a day to complete one statue. I finished most of the other statue between 7 and 8:30. Well, let me look at the fucking... Okay, so that's the statue. Aw, damn it! It shows Robin not... Yep, yeah, Robin's still working on the statue. Oh! Oh! The defendant, Juniper, saw the two statues with their own eyes at 8:30 p.m. Completing the statue so quickly meant I could not leave the stage for a single second. How could I have possibly had the time to go to the art room and commit murder? But the thing is, you already completed the statue.
Objection!
Nope, not there. Shit. You already completed the statue, sir. That is... Wait.
Objection!
A lot. Come the fuck on. Wait. Oh, damn it. Maybe I should press.
Hold it!
Miss Newman took over half a day? Can you please be a little more precise than that? Ha 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 ha. What a wonderful question. She was having quite a tough time, you see. Prosecutor Gavin's statue alone took her from the morning hours into the evening. You can tell that they fucking, that writing on the chalkboard was originally kanji. They have to change it to Romanic script. Well, it is a rather large statue after all. Don't be silly. It merely exposes the difference between student and teacher.
Hold it!
Most of the other statue. What exactly does that mean?
Robin created a basic outline of Mr. Wright's statue before the last bell rang. I, in turn, completed the rest of it.
I see. In academics as well as art, learning the basics is incredibly important. In short, you skipped the most important part of statue making, didn't you?
Objection! Why, you instant little... There's no practical applications built upon the basics that take so much time. Professors such as I mastered the basics a long time ago. Unlike Miss Fancy Pants here, who lacks all loyalty fundamentals.
Fuck you.
Now, do you understand? I did not leave that stage until I was done. Well, Miss Sykes, do you accept the witness's claim?
Fuck no. No, I don't. I know there's more to this, and I won't stop until the truth comes out.
The more you struggle, the more you sink. Looks like so much legal quicksand, so to speak. I used the world's ultimate technique to complete the statue by 8:30 p.m.
Hold it!
Maybe our client only thought she saw the statues.
Silence.
A pity for you, but we have already confirmed it with the accused.
Yeah, she fucking told you, didn't she?
She is on record as having seen both statues.
Yeah, that's true. Just thought I'd give it a shot.
Ha ha ha. I have the ultimate courtroom techniques. It is absolutely airtight. I will bury you. This will be your final resting place, along with all those who believed in you.
You're a really bad teacher. Everyone is stupid but me. There's no way to get to this guy.
You better pay attention. Pay very close attention.
Hold it!
Why were you in such a hurry?
Objection! In the legal world, your body is your capital. The early bird gets the worm.
Yes, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Yes, but the third dog gets the bone. The early worm also gets the worm. The two worms, they're friends.
That's why I go to bed at 9 p.m. each and every night.
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me, Professor.
And that's why I was working as fast as I could. I didn't want to miss my bedtime.
Grr.
Well, ready to concede that I never left the stage? Well, Miss Sykes, do you accept the witness's claim?
Wait. Not in your life. No, I don't. I don't know there's more of this and what stopped at the truth. But I'd be careful, Tina. If you don't have anything, it's probably best to just grin and bear for now until you find something to nail him with.
When will you cease this nonsense? I'm quite busy today, as I was the night of the crime.
I'm sure you are, buddy.
Hold it!
Yeah, but you could have taken a short break or something.
Preposterous. I didn't even have 10 minutes to spare. Not even 5 for a visit to the laboratory. Let me ask you, Your Honor, do you find anything wrong with my claim? So far, it appears that your statue making was quite a difficult chore. And I see nothing that could overturn your claim that you never left the stage.
But the art room is only a few steps away. What's the plan? All I can think of is pressing him like crazy. That's all I can think of, too. But I'd have to seek out a hole to exploit. Holes. Okay, I think I know what to do. Yes. I've tried everything, but I still can't prove anything. I guess I concede.
I couldn't hear you. Say it louder this time.
Oh, you're fucking relishing this. I concede that Professor Means never left the stage.
That's right. But what took you so long? I was there at the stage the entire time. I couldn't possibly have committed that crime.
I'm not gonna give up here.
I'm afraid I have to side with the witness, Miss Sykes. And unless you have any further objections, I'll have to put this issue to rest.
Objection!
There we go. That's my girl.
Not yet.
The defense still has an objection. Athena, you thought of something? Well, as I said, not yet. Oh, so it's time for legal smoke and mirrors. When has it never
When has it not been the time for that, Apollo? Not yet, Athena. It's not yet time to quit. It's at times like these when it seems like there's no way out that you have to force your biggest smile. Yeah, I have to turn the case upside down. Instead of focusing on whether Professor Means could have gotten to the art room, I should focus on how he could commit murder without going there. Seems our young lady has a real bona fide idea. Oh my god. I'll use any means necessary, even casting stones, if it'll distract you. Has the game been telling me the answer with the animations? Who brought the bird to school? Psych, Stono. If I hear one word of your usual jibber-jabber, I shall have your head. The murder occurred in the art room, yet the witness was on the stage. How do you propose to fill the vast gap between these two key facts? I mean, he was very close to the art room. You could say he was a stone's throw away. A stone, if I accept the premise that the professor was on the stage the entire time. The only other answer is that we got something else wrong. Wait, that's it! Every last one of us made a huge mistake. We were totally wrong about the murder weapon. What if we got the murder weapon wrong? Really now? And what do you tend to label the murder weapon then? Huh? Oh, come on, don't give up now, Athena. You know. Perhaps you blushed the victim to death with your duller-than-dull thinking. I'll give you a choice this time. Either change your thinking or suffer a penalty. Saving. But I know we got something wrong, so I guess I'll have to. Fuck! I thought they were going to let me take the fucking choice. What the fuck is this shit? I'm gonna just remain calm. Saving. The crime scene. If Professor Means was on the stage the entire time, then he must be the killer. Objection. Ridiculous. The defense has become utterly coherent. No, it's just the murder wasn't committed where we thought it was. Continue, Psych Stono. Okay, the murder was actually committed here. Was it in the art room? The waiting room? It could have been on the stage. But then how would he have gotten it? Wait. Okay. Time for the long shot. Archery range. Time for the long shot of all long shots. The greatest riddle of this case has been how the body was moved from the art room. But if the murder occurred on the stage, that means the body was never moved at all. Objection! Silly girl! When the body was found, there wasn't a drop of blood on the stage floor. You know, I was certain that where they were going with this was that he threw either the awl or the arrow to kill Professor Court while she was in the art room. She threw it at her to kill her while she... And I thought, like, the animation of him throwing those sticks of chalk with precision was like he's got a... Like the first class trial of the first Danganronpa, right? There wasn't a drop of blood on the stage floor. Sure, there would have been some blood. That's where the murder was committed. There wasn't any blood on the stage, really. But there was something on stage at the time of the murder that's now blood-stained. Yeah, it's this thing. It's true. There were no bloodstains on the stage floor. But there was something on the stage that did have a bloodstain. And that would be this school banner. No blood would have gone on the floor if this were under the victim when she was killed. Oh my, that's quite a compelling theory. Oh fuck, I bucked up your voices. Oh my, it's quite a compelling theory.
Silence.
Arr. What is it now? My theory makes perfect sense! That was a pathetic attempt. You must put every inch of your body into your attacks. The autopsy states the cause of death was loss of blood. Yet only a trace amount was found upon that banner. Where did the rest go? Oh, I can answer this. Blood getting on there when the body was moved by wire. Makes more sense than not. Very good, Simon. Tell me, what's your first choice for higher education? I'll write you the ultimate recommendation letters. You're all but guaranteed to get in. Sir, I am a fully grown man. Actually, the defense has something to explain that as well. You do? If there was only a trace amount of blood on the school banner, then there must have been something else the killer used to soak up the blood. All I have to do is figure out what. This is what soaked up most of the victim's blood. Right, it was the fucking Governor flag. Why, it looks like there's some other piece of fabric on top of the school banner. It's the Governor's banner that had been specially made for the school concert. Since it's on top of the school banner, the blood would have hit it first. It could have easily absorbed most of the blood like a dishcloth, and only a small amount would have soaked through to the school banner below. So, it makes total sense for the school banner to only have a little blood on it. So that banner absorbed the blood like a dishcloth. Yes, that would explain it. The Governor's banner was like a dishcloth. Certainly was at least towel quality. Objection! Simon, don't just stand there, do something!
Silence.
Sykes-Duno, you are learning to wield a blade quite well. But how will you respond when I come slashing at you like this? The remnant of a large bloodstain was detected in the art room. But why would there be blood there if the murder occurred on the stage as you claim?
Objection!
The bloodstain in the art room was faked. How? Well, I'll tell you how. All that was needed was something that could transport the blood upstairs. And that something was a piece of evidence we just finished discussing. The killer used this to bring the victim's blood up to the art room. Wait, let me just save first. Something that could carry blood to splatter it across the art room. The awl.
Take that!
The killer could have used this to transport the victim's blood. You don't say. Fuck. Yeah, that was a bad idea. But no. There's something else. It have to be something that could carry a blood and then drop and then scatter it across the art room in large amounts of blood. I mean, you probably could have squeezed it out, but I don't know if that would have been easy. Could try using this again. Ah! To think you're so low as to present mere garbage to this court. Yeah, that was like the obvious one, but I never picked the obvious one first because I'm like overthinking it. Because this game loves to just do wild fucking mental gymnastics for explaining things. It's only garbage because someone tried to destroy it by tossing it in the incinerator. That someone was most likely the killer seeking to get rid of crucial evidence. The killer used the wire to bring the blood-soaked Governor's banner to the art room. Then, the blood was wiped onto the floor to complete the ruse. It makes perfect sense. Oh, I could have just... Grr. I mean, you know how hard it is to get bloodstains out? You gotta use lemon. Order! This is quite a development. To think the body was never actually moved. Gotta use lemon juice to get blood out of the stains. Hold it right there. The body must have been moved. I learned that from the Deadpool movie and from Delta Room Chapter 4. How else do you explain that loud crash you heard during the mock trial? If it wasn't caused by the body crashing into the statues, then what was it? I've completely abandoned the Better Call Saul voice for, I guess, Army General. I hadn't thought of that. If that loud crash wasn't the body hitting the statues, then what was it indeed? The knot in the school banner shows that something was carried along the wire in it. So if that's true, I know what I have to find. Something that was in the art room before the murder, and then on the stage after. The object that was sent down the wire to crash into the statues was a third statue. Ah, that statue? Yes, I believe it was this statue that broke the other two, not Professor Quart's body. The statue you see on the right, that's the pure white Lady Justice from earlier. Professor Quart accidentally broke it while she was polishing it the day before the mock trial, but she used her own unique artistic sense and technique to repair it as you see here. Nobody would have guessed that was originally Lady Justice.
Silence.
I would have. Perhaps you are onto something. But why, pray tell, would anyone move that scrappy relic in such a tedious manner? Excellent question, Simon. Keep them coming. You know why, but the fact that you won't acknowledge it shows how twisted you are. Lady Justice was moved during the mock trial. During that time, Professor Means was fabricating an alibi with his pre-recorded speech. If we consider the facts, the Lady Justice was moved in order to interrupt the mock trial, right? Let me save. I can't afford any more penalties. Professor Means was trying to interrupt the mock trial. That must be the answer. Let me ask this. Fuck. Why would the professor want to interrupt the mock trial? Point us to the body? Professor Means used his pre-recorded speech to fake an alibi during the mock trial. He wanted to make it look like he couldn't possibly have moved the body. Moving Lady Justice was his way of pointing us to the body and cementing his alibi. That's quite a persuasive argument. For a while there, I thought you weren't taking the trial seriously. Well done. Objection! God damn it. You should never underestimate me, Athena Sykes. Professor Means always means what he says and says what he means by all means. Fine, then say it already. I'm waiting. The murder occurred the night before, but the body wasn't found until late the next day. Countless students passed the stage until they met in the lecture hall for the mock trial. So answer me this. Why didn't anyone see the body that entire time? That could be explained by, If the victim was murdered on the stage and left there, the body would inevitably have been discovered. And of course, there was nowhere to hide a body upon that stage. This is not good, Athena. Our claim is this close to being beaten to a pulp. I know, but we've come so far. Gah. Consider yourself schooled. I couldn't have possibly killed anyone. The killer is none other than Juniper Woods. It always has been, and it always will be. Just wait a minute. Poor Juniper. She must seriously regret having asked you to defend her. And to add insult to injury, you nearly had Hugh convicted for murder. He would have deserved it. Surely, you haven't forgotten that little fiasco. I mean, it literally happened like 10 minutes ago or whatever. What, do you think I have anterograde amnesia? Actually, no, I don't think anyone here has any short-term memory. Keep forgetting shit. I keep having to explain it again. Because everyone here is a baby with zero object permanence. Not only did you fail to defend your client, you also raised false charges against your friend. Oh no. Oh no, he's doing the fucking Athena exposed video. He's dropping the Google Doc. No! Athena had a breakdown. But this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the manner. tell me I failed once again. Failed to save someone near and dear to me. I've worked so hard to become a lawyer, and even studied psychology. Has it all been for naught? Am I just doomed to relive that all over again? Oh my god. Oh shit. Athena, what's wrong? Oh, she's having a panic attack, like an actual panic attack. Athena. It's not working. Everything's going dark. After all I've done, is this how it ends? I'm not gonna fake a panic attack just for the bit. I'm not gonna, but like, she is definitely. Give me Junie. I couldn't protect it like I said I would. Objection. Objection! You leave Athena alone, man! She's the one who saved me! Oh my god, yes. Allyship. It was because of Athena that I could stop hiding and start living my life as a girl again. Yeah, that's right. I helped her come out. And she saved the friendship between you, Juniper, and I. I think you're an awesome lawyer, Athena. One of the best. But then I raised false charges against Hugh. And that's not all. I've done some serious... Bro... Every lawyer here has raised false charges. Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. These goddamn double standards between the prosecutors and the defense attorneys. Like, oh, you can't do false charges. You can't do forced evidence. Or you're going to lose your license. Oh, but the prosecutor can do that every single trial. Again and again. Facing zero consequences. In Phoenix's first serious trial, Edgeworth changes the evidence on the day of the trial, and he's still lawyering. He's still lawyering 10 years later. What's the big deal? False charges are nothing to be scared of. And I'm not even mad at you. I should really be thanking you. You used legitimate means to expose my wrongdoings, give me a chance to re-examine what's important. But what does it matter if I can't save Juniper? I mean, the whole reason I've come so far is... Objection! It's not over yet, Athena. Even now at this very moment, I still believe in you. Don't give up. Don't give up, Athena. You know better than most people, Athena. And I know you never surrender to the dark age of the law like the professor did. Thank you, Junie, but I feel like I can barely breathe. I don't know what to do.
Silence.
Stop your bleeding this instant. You look another fool. Oh, now it's the rival motivated the hero to never give up. I love this. Prosecutor Blackwell. There is one who awaits you, is there not? And that is the reason you have studied so very hard. Are you prepared to give up on all you have worked for thus far? It would not do to have you disappoint you know who. Are you not a worthy opponent for me? Or something. What? You're wasting our time. You have nothing on me. This is probably the most anime court case that we have ever had thus far in all of these games. No evidence or anything to establish my guilt. You are helpless before the might of lawyers for whom the ends justify the means.
Objection!
Oh, now it's Apollo. Don't worry, Athena. You're doing fine. The truth will always win against people like him. But Apollo, what am I supposed to do now? Listen, all you have to do is take a deep breath. Look back over the entire case. If there's truth to be found, and there always is, you're sure to find it. Now, let me see you smile. Remember what Mr. Wright said? The worst of times when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Come on, man.
Thanks, everyone. Don't have to worry about me now. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. And then after the trial, she's gonna say to Phoenix, "Bro, I just had the best panic attack ever." You know, that means it's like fucking like, "Bro, I just had the best panic attack ever." Does anyone know that meme? Yeah. Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Prepare for your utter defeat. Oh my god, she's going to her mind palace! Professor Court wasn't killed in the art room. She was killed right where her body was found. We know because there wasn't any time to move the body there from somewhere else. That means the body had to have been hidden somewhere on stage until it was found. Let's think along these lines and see where it takes us. It was hidden in the statue! It was hidden in the statue! First up, when did Professor Means remove the body from its hiding place? Well, let's see. What was he doing right before the body was discovered? He was using the span of time his fake alibi created to move the body to where it would be more easily spotted. Therefore, the only time Professor Means could have removed the body from its hiding place is... shit. No, wait. Save. Wait, he's using this. So it was before the mock trial, right? While the speech was playing. Before the mock trial? No, that can't be it. Fuck! There we go. It was during the mock trial, specifically during the speech. Seriously? The speech is part of the mock trial? God fucking... Words have meaning! Okay? Words mean things! The speech was before the mock trial! There are 4 lights! Okay, just calm down. Professor Means moved the body to an easily seen location during his long pre-recorded speech. The professor also moved something to the stage that wasn't there before. Specifically, the white statue. Right? Yes. During the mock trial, Professor Means wrapped the White Lady Justice in the school banner and sent it zipping down the stage with a crash, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. He drew attention to the body and made it look like a murder occurred in the art room. But was there anywhere to hide a body on that stage? Doesn't seem likely. In the statue. No, there had to be someplace. Wait a second. How about some of that should have been finished, but was only mostly done? Something used to cover the body up, but didn't draw undue attention because it looked like it belonged there on stage. That way, no one would suspect there was a body hidden inside, or was already on the stage and capable of concealing a body. The Gavin statue! Inside the Prosecutor Gavin statue? Fuck! But Robin was working on the other statue! God damn! This game is intentionally misleading me! God, look! There's Robin working on the statue that isn't the Gavin statue! Fucking... The right statue was never actually finished. The body was wrapped under some cloth to hide what was really inside, cleverly disguising it as the boss's statue. Oh, see, I was going to like she was literally plastered inside the fucking statue. Now, see, that would be some Danganronpa shit. Brain blast. Miss Newman gave up on the right statue, yet Professor Means finished it in a single night. Yes, what an impressive feat that was.
Objection!
No, his so-called work of art deserves none of our praise. That's because it was only a facade to hide his real work. The murder of Professor Court. Come again? I'm afraid I don't follow. He had the body, but making it look like the statue of Mr. Wright. With the body wrapped under a piece of cloth, it looked just like a statue. What? I second that what? Now this is getting interesting. That's why her hands were tied to a fixer to the, the wooden frame.
No, this is getting preposterous. How would such a thing even be possible?
Objection!
We'll never know until we try. Uh-oh. I think I know where this is going. Okay, Apollo, time to turn me into a reasonable likeness of Mr. Right. God fucking damn. I'm gonna pose like the statue like so. And I want you to wrap me up in a cloth so that I look like a statue. I hate to ask the obvious, but where am I supposed to get this magical cloth? Trucy? I'm afraid that isn't the right color, Mr. Justice. Well, given how sudden the request was, it's kind of the best I could do, Your Honor. Alright, I think that about does it. Thank you, Trucy, right? I'm assuming it's from Trucy. It's from her. Well, what do you think, everyone? Do I look just like a statue of Mr. Right, or what? I can't hear you under the cloth. Looks like some random person to me. Aren't the statues a pair of busts? Phoenix Wright has that spiky hair on the back of his head. Forget the hair. Statue's head is way better than your average person's anyway. Gotta hand it to me for trying anyway. Wait, that's it! The hands! Her arms are raised over her head, and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tying up or something. Oh, well, that's a fact. I thought she was explaining. The marks on her wrists indicated she'd been tied up. Apollo, tie me up in a new pose. Wait, you're not into this kind of thing, are you? What's that supposed to mean, huh? What? What was this idea? Professor's court wrists were tied together, and I can't help but think that's related. How should I arrange myself to match the shape I want, given her hands are tied? They were over her head, so behind her head. This is fucking ridiculous. Oh, wait. See? This makes it possible to fake the spikes on the back of Mr. Wright's head. You've got to be shitting me. Sure, but then what about the statue's arm? Oh, wait, you didn't need that. With both arms behind your back, you can't exactly complete the pose. Oh, didn't need to because of the frame, right? Yeah, it would be awfully hard to make the objection pose like this. You wouldn't need to. I can't help but thinking you're forgetting something, Athena. Something on the body that you don't have right now. It's the fucking frame. What did the victim's body have that I don't? An arrow!
Take that!
Oh, right. There was an arrow sticking out of her side. Okay, Apollo, take that and plunge it to my side. Ah, God. I bet the prosecution would have maybe been expecting many things, but he never would have expected, in-court BDSM. What, are you crazy? Fine, then go get some duct tape. Wrap it all, Schnell. Alright. I don't need to know other languages to know bossy when I hear it. Fatal arrow to the side. Spiky arrow created from two hands. That is ridiculous. A masterpiece in the mason. Now cover me with that cloth. But remember to make the arrow stand out, okay? Mommy, the arm's too short. Shut up. Remember your indoor voice, dear. Nobody's buying it. The arrow's nowhere near long enough. What else could you use for the arm? Still won't give up, eh? I must commend you, if only for your spirit and determination. Of course she's not giving up. After all she's put me through, she owes me an explanation. I want to make sense. Now, disappoint me again, and the penalty will be doubly painful. Fuck! I guess I better get it right this time. Think, Athena. Think! Professor Quart was murdered when she stopped by the stage to see Professor Means. If it wasn't premeditated, he must have used something close at hand in his little ruse. Apollo, show me those stage setup photos again. Like that? Right now? Okay, hold on. Please be in this photo. This has to be. The arm on the right, among the wrist right statue is really this right here. It's gotta be his. It's his fucking staff.
Take that!
Got it. I know what he used for the arm on the statue of Mr. Wright. This is absurd! There is no such thing in this photo! Don't play dumb with me, Professor. It's the staff you have right there. A staff? This is the spear of a great legal warrior! It's not even a spear. There's no pointed end. Whatever. Just hurry up and lend it to me. The length is perfect. Mr. Wright couldn't possibly object to such an awesome arm. Okay, go for it, Apollo. Sure, I'll give your arm a hand. Cloth and binding coming right up. Athena is way too into this.
Objection!
Penny Parker was right. This is a court for perverts. Yeah, still, I don't know. Oh, hey, it's Phoenix Wright. It's Phoenix Wright. Look, it's a famous lawyer. That's definitely him. I'd know that pose anywhere. We did it. Did we? Well, am I not the spitted image of the legendary Phoenix Wright? You look like an elephant. The man who will bring us out of these dark ages into an era of brilliant golden light. Golden light, all I see before me is the pink specter of a man. Ha ha ha! That's just because Mr. Wright likes a statue. He's positively tickled pink. Get it about? He's like, well. Well, it seems the gallery is quite impressed with the defense's sharp thinking. And the witness? The resemblance is nothing more than a coincidence.
Objection!
Not so fast there, Buster. Unfortunately for you, I can prove my theory to be more than mere coincidence. To prove that a spear was thrust into the victim, all I have to do is test the spear for blood. Oh, see if it's a staff or a spear. Oh, you said it's a spear, so let's see if it is. We've never seen the bottom of it, have we? That spear might actually be a staff. Bah, you know nothing, little girl. What's that supposed to mean? Spears are far more dashing than staves. Well, this is all very interesting. It has little of anything to do with the Fisher intent. Fuck me. Test it for blood. We had assumed the victim's jagged wound came from the arrow being forcibly shoved in. But if the wound was from this spear instead, then we should be able to detect traces of the victim's blood on it. Unless the blood was burned off in the chemical factory, surely you would have washed the spear, right? You're not that stupid, are you? Rephrase that, Samuel. By any means possible. Oh, and if I get rid of my spear... Wait, what if I burn it? If I do that, I'll be found innocent. Oh, now that's why his skin is white. It's chalk dust. Because he uses so much chalk. He's covered in chalk dust. I'm innocent, I tell you.
Objection!
I'm gonna be honest, peak character design. Surely you don't expect us to take lectures from you now. Now, I ask you in the gallery. Help me decide the professor's fate. Bathroom detail? Boo! Kill yourself! We want Edgeworth back! G for guilty. Guilty. Prosecutor Blackwell, what has become of our witness? Aristotle means. It is as Sykes-Stono suspected. Blood was detected on his staff. He has admitted to this heinous crime. All of it. He shall join us in the clink tomorrow. His teaching skills can be put to good use there.
Great. He'll teach felons that the end justifies the means. So much rehabilitation. You know, that would be a pretty good idea for a game. To, like, see Simon Blackwell during his time in prison. Like a sort of, like, Stone Ocean kind of thing. You know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. Or Orange is the Black. Just like, or like you see him exploring the society within prison. And, like, using his lawyer skills. But it would be like Ace Attorney Investigations, you know, with Miles Edgeworth. But, like, your Simon Blackwell. And I guess... Like, I don't know how exact that would work. Can I ask what the professor's motive was? Like, yeah, you could use cigarettes as currency, and... Okay, I'll need your workshop for that. I could barely make out a word he said on account of his shattered teeth. One of Blackwell's fellow inmates was once a surgeon. Why not a former dentist, too? I eventually had him put pen to paper. Turns out Professor Means was the one taking bribes. The victim had suspected him after a report from the class snitch. That led her to question him at length the day of the killing. Right there on that stage. The result, the heinous crime that was brought before this court. Wait, what? Sorry, I was zooted. I was fucking zooted. What did he say? Yeah, Professor Memes, taking bribes. The class snitch. I'm guessing it was either the snitch. It was either, that was Juniper, right? Is it? I don't know.
The fool, like Newman, had come to know of the script's contents via the victim's notes. It seems he came up with a plan to stab the victim with her own awl in order to make the killing look like the one in the script, and thus for him to defend it.
Pretty elaborate. But that scrap of paper with Hugh's name had the same mark as Professor Quart's planner.
Yes, about that. Those planners are bestowed upon all students graduating at the top of their class.
Really? So then...
Indeed. Once upon a time, Professor Means was also awarded the same notebook. The handwriting is being analyzed now, but, like as not, the scrap belonged to him. This, too, was evidence of the bribery scheme that the victim had obtained. You know that Constance Court was clean, and that only Aristotle Means took the bribes.
I don't know.
To think that a professor would murder a colleague and try to pin it on a student. If this is the dark age of the law, then we can only hope that a brighter future awaits. And the first step is to hand down my verdict for a promising young lady. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods,
not guilty. So fucking exhausting.
I wish you all the best on your road to becoming a courtroom judge. We will need young people like you, if we ever hope to restore the law to its former glory.
I swear to God, if she gets framed for murder a third time, I'm going to walk into the ocean.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll work as hard as I can. Maybe one day I'll be able to work with all of you to make a difference.
Proudly serve Professor Court's memory. Do not let her death be in vain.
That's the last thing I expected to hear from him today.
Court is adjourned.
Let's all go outside and play.
Thank you, Thena. I really mean it. I really mean...
It was nothing, really. You had a panic attack in the middle of in court. I could take the biggest tangled mess of a case and unravel it just like that. I don't know. You look pretty wound up there at the end. Literally and figuratively. You look pretty hungry for a knuckle sandwich, Buster.
I wanted to thank you too, Apollo.
Don't mention it.
The way you were always there for Thena when she was in a bind. And at the detention center, where your smile gave me hope when there was none. It was like the warm rays of the sun shining down on peaceful woodlands. I think you're an absolutely amazing person.
Yeah, thanks, Juniper. That means a lot to me. But I still have lots of work to do. And I can't wait until we see you on the judge's bench in Ace Attorney 7.
I promise you we'll get there someday. That's why until that day, I'll...
Guys, I got some big news. I mean, this is huge. Oh, am I interrupting something?
No, it's okay, I think. So, what's the big news?
The school festival. It was supposed to have been canceled after what happened, but,
We just got a call. In memory of Professor Constance Court, who worked so hard to make it happen, the festival is being extended one extra day until tomorrow.
Really? Oh, right.
Also, what the hell are you two wearing? Ah, that's amazing.
We've got a special treat for all of you. A love letter for Themis Legal Academy.
That's what he sounds like!
Achtung, baby. It's time for the guitar serenade.
Oh, I remember this song. Ah, we didn't get to see her scene. That was nice. That was nice. 1 second, I'm gonna... Alright.
Wow, that was so much fun. School festivals are amazing.
I think you and Robin are getting a little carried away.
Ah, your singing voice, Juniper, it could... Oh, my heart.
Pretty gay. And Mr. Wright, thank you for that training seminar. Just remember, the objection pose is all about attitude. Oh, and congrats on your mock trial win. Although Robin had you for a while there.
I did, didn't I? But I'm just glad we're back to how we used to be, thanks to Athena. And you know what? I think I'll stick with becoming a prosecutor after all.
That's good. We could use more prosecutors like her, you know.
I'm gonna make up for my mock trial loss by winning the real deals in court.
Yeah. Mock trial loss? What loss? Wait, did they reprise the trial and Hugh won? I guess they did. Level-headed lawyer, course genius, and level-headed prosecutor. Well, I've said it before, I'll say it again. They need to come back in Ace Attorney 7 as, like, fully fledged lawyers. So, does this mean it's really gonna happen? Juniper, there's something I've been wanting to say to you. Oh, huh?
Huh? Oh, is he gonna do what I think he is?
Oh, fuck. Juniper, can we still be friends? You know, best friends like we always been? Oh, that's what it's about. Huh? Best friends. Hey, weren't you gonna profess your love for Juniper if you won the mock trial? No, I was going to confess. And I'm not a genius. And that I'm really 25 years old. But you already dragged it out of me during the trial. He's a 25-year-old and his two best friends are teenagers. What a loser. Whoops. Listen, Hugh. You too, Robin. Miriam. I mean, yeah, he's not the kind of guy who would date a high schooler. What is he, Scott Pilgrim?
Me too.
Miriam's got this tactical espionage action stuff down to a science.
Yeah. Kept you waiting, huh?
I've been thinking, it's up to us to put an end to the dark age of the law if we can. Let's all work together to usher in a new age where winning only results from the truth. Oh! Miriam Scuttle. Okay, third Ace Attorney game. It's fucking Hugh O'Connor Ace Attorney. Yeah, and
Miriam Scuttlebutt is the detective.
And the end never justifies the means. It's the other way around.
Help me in.
Oliver, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Fine by me.
Best friends forever, huh? No matter what anyone says, nothing beats true friendship. You bet. What about your BFF, Apollo? Aren't you a bit old to be using that word? You're never too old for that shit! But, yeah. He's the best friend a guy could have. Which reminds me, we're supposed to meet up and gossip about the new girl in the office. Hey, no talking about me behind my back. So, what kind of guy is he anyway? Well, if I had to describe him in one word. Apollo's best friend. And so, after some slight arm twisting, Paul promised to bring me to meet his friend. Unfortunately, that promise was never meant to be fulfilled. For not long after, their friendship was mercilessly severed by fate. And the bonds between us began to fray and unravel as well. Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence. Oh, this is the thing we saw at the beginning! Even now, those words continue to ring in my ears. The discord in our ever-cheerful Apollo's voice made him sound so cold and distant. I just remembered all of the trials before now. These happened before the first trial that we played. I'm sorry, I didn't read that one.